Hey, what's going on, Lab? Hey, check it out, man. I was reading about this here about about the three teens that got killed in Atlanta. The lighting and all that stuff, man. I'm in the car chilling, so you got to excuse all that. But man, I was looking at it, man. I read on it and everything, and about these three teens had. I guess it was supposed to have been a home invasion, 4 o'clock in the morning, and these teens had supposedly had went to go try to rob, um, you know, a house in Rockport. And what's crazy, right, is that people saying like, "Yo, the man that did it, he had every right to kill these kids, whatever." They said it's stand your ground. And, stand your ground is anything that you feel like that is your property, or anything that's around anything that's on your property or around you, or whatever you feel like there's something's gonna be harmful, that's harmful to you. You have a right to stand your ground and protect your property or whatever you got. But anyway, it's just so many mixed things with this story here, because here it is. You got the three teens at the top, the ones that got killed. Well, they said that it was overkill, but they supposedly had went to this man's property where I think it's his brother and his mother stays there, and the guy that did the killing, he's supposed to be a truck driver. Move this up, so he's supposed to be a truck driver, and he comes back and forth, and you know how it is when you're on the road and everything. But anyway, 4 o'clock in the morning, these kids are was they 15 and 16 years of age, and I think they stay like on the other side of where this little town is, and they went over to the person, to the person's home, to do a robbery. 4 o'clock in the morning. He said one of them had a Glock up under him. We don't know which teen that it was, allegedly. Everything I'm just going to say is alleged, because I'm getting news and I'm reading and doing research. And even though this happened like last week sometime, I'm just now getting wind of it. But anyway, it's so crazy and chaotic, because when you look at the second picture, this one right here, I'll move it. This guy right here, he's saying um, that he's not the one that did the killing. But everybody, he said an international reporter and a local reporter came and asked about, was asking questions about the shooting and the killing and everything. And he was just in his yard, raking his leaves or doing, just doing duties or whatever, around the house. And it just so happened they walked over to him, and he was gladly to, assist by helping them, letting them know what was going on. He said that when he looked up, if you could see the little picture, excuse me, in the right hand corner, if you can see the little picture with him with the three boys on the side of him, saying that he was the actual person that did the killings. Now, you know, now I just want everybody to know and get it clear. He's in fear of his life and everything, because everybody think that he's the one that did the killing, but clearly he's not the one. Now I seen a mugshot of a Caucasian dude. Was the actual person that did the shooting, but they won't show the actual person, saying the one who did the shooting or whatever. And if they did, they probably did. I just haven't did my research on it. I don't have an actual photo. I did see a mugshot, but I don't know if that was it. I'm just going off of just some facts of what that people are using with these three teens here. I got all this from 11 Live News in Georgia. So I'm just using their photos to explain, send the story. And this is just for the ones that don't know nothing or don't know too much about this story here. But the ones that do know, they've been battling on Facebook about how, it's overkill. The guy, he didn't have to kill them little kids like that, or he didn't do like this. Now check this out. The guy that did the shooting, not the guy in the middle, okay? There's another guy that did the shooting to these kids. Um, they got away. Like I mean, they didn't get far, but they got enough. They got away enough to get out of the gunfire. So, and they said one of the kids had the gun up under him. Saying the Glock up under him. One of them had a mask on. Like a burglary mask. Had one of them on, and they said the other one had a bandana on his face like this. So clearly, by them having that, the face mask and all that or whatever, it's clearly saying that there was a robbery, and the guy was stand your ground, or the castle law. And I think the castle law is when they actually goes inside your house and you kill them. But stand your ground is more so on a property and you kill them. If I'm gathering it right. But that's what I just want to get on here and just share a little bit about it. Is this picture right here at the top? Let me tap on it right here. Then I'm moving. Is it the three boys, the three teens that that was involved in the burglary. And this right here, tap this one right here. This guy right here that's in the middle, that guy right there is not the actual person that did the shooting. He was just a neighbor that was just he was just so happened to be, outside doing some yard work. And that's when the reporters walked up to him and started talking to him. But I don't know how they did it, but they put the pictures side by side. If you could see it on there, that's why I had, took the screenshot, and I had put the whole clip in so you kind of see it. That he had, they were saying, the reporters in the news were saying at first that he was the one that did the killing, but he's not the one. So please, if y'all think that is him, it's not him. He said he's very fearful for his life. He said his kid or his son goes to the school actually, where these teens go. And, he just, he's very threatening. He just want to let everybody know that it wasn't him. And that's another main reason why I'm doing the video too, is because, that brother there, man, he's not supposed to be in harm's way. And, if y'all can help him, send or whatever, send a shout out. Man, if y'all can get him to me, man, I would love to have him, interview him on Western World 1 on Blog Talk Radio. I would love to interview that guy, that brother, man, to get his message out there a little bit more. But the thing is this now, with the kids that got killed, condolence goes out to the family, I'm sorry that, everybody had to go through something like this. That was just so tragic. I was looking at that too, the parents of the kids, and I don't know which one of the boys, who the mother was. She was just saying that, these kids was loved and everything. But you getting mixed feelings because a lot of parents now are outraged because they're looking at it like, man, my 15-year-old, my 16-year-old will be at home in the bed getting ready for school. I don't know why these kids would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to, go out and do these things. And you have to look at it like this too, people. In different states or different, cities, towns, whatever, some people, some kids should be in the bed at that time. But you got to remember, 14, 15 years old, man, I used to sneak out my crib. I go spend that over somebody's house or something like that, man. And me and my brothers, cousins, or play brothers, friends, whatever, we'll sneak out, man. And, the parents never knew, saying that we was outside partying and kicking it. So, I understand when you say, man, what the parents are, why they didn't, do anything about it. My kid to be in the bed asleep. Nah, man, that right there, that one, it's hard to say, man, because back then it was something totally different from now. Yeah, you could blame the parents for these kids' actions, but at a certain age, man, these kids start, drifting. They start watching, other things, things that's on TV or things that's in the neighborhood. They start seeing these things or whatever. Or sometimes, man, when somebody going to rob something or whatever, mean that it's probably some type of neglect at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that they probably want some gym shoes, the Jordans or whatever, anything, which is no excuse, for these kids to get out here and do what they did. But I'm just clarifying that, yeah, you can blame the parents. Don't get me wrong, you can. But at the same time, You don't know if these parents are working parents. You know what I'm saying? Are they stay at home parents? Or are these parents, what are these parents doing, you know what I'm saying, for these kids to, uh, go out and try to do something like this? They end up in this tragic, situation here, man. And again, shout out, my condolences goes out to the family. You know what I'm saying? I want to say, man, I feel the brother's pain, man. He's worldwide now. His faces went viral. I mean, I was posting up the story on Western World One. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, I want to do an actual, podcast, which I'm still now. I'm still gonna do a podcast. This is just something for YouTube, and I don't know if Facebook could see it, as well. But I just want to just do something to whereas, you know, this message has to get out, especially to my people, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. I got my own Western World One community, Western World One hip hop, all that, Western World One sports, Western World One, you see it unfiltered, just Western World One news. I have all that, you know what I'm saying, in my little community, and I just want to just share that with my people so they could see, like, man, what's up with the mixed message, because a lot of my people just been controversy saying that, yeah, the guy had every right to kill these kids. And then when you look at that situation, you're like, okay, if you in a shootout battle with somebody and they said the kid shot first, which we don't know, you know what I'm saying, we're just going off of what was said. A shot was fired from the kids first, and then the actual homeowner homeowners said one was shot, they shot back, and when they shot back, they end up hitting the kids, and when they hit them, they end up getting away. Two, I think one got caught in the streets, the other one was caught in another man's yard, which he's running for something. I don't know. He's running for some type of I don't know if it's Democratic, Republican. I think it's a Democrat. He's running for something for that state of Georgia, and he was just kind of elaborating about how what the youth needs. But anyway, back to the story. But the guy, these kids here said, when one of the news said, 11 Live News stated that the police officer was like, one of the kids did have a gun up under him, and the other one was yelling, screaming like, help, help me, please, I'm gonna die. And he was like, yeah, she was in the yard. He took pictures, and he was upset at the fact that the police did come, but they didn't do anything. And they said the ambulance took a minute to get to them, and he was just like, man, the guy was upset. The person who whose yard the little boy, one of the victims, was in. That homeowner said he was upset at the fact that the ambulance didn't get there fast enough. So they said it took them some time to get to them. So the way that it is showing that, yeah, these little kids was going to rob this person's home, and he ended up shooting. Shooting to kill. And people are mad because they saying like it's overkill. But when you shoot, man, are you looking for age, or you looking for fear? You know what I'm saying? You scared. You 4 o'clock in the morning, you don't know what's going on. So I'm just gonna put it right there. Do you guys think that it was overkill, or do you think it was stand your own ground? Man, please, if you see this video, leave a comment below. Let me know. You know what I'm saying, what you think or whatever. All right. And I'm definitely gonna do a podcast. I'm gonna come back to a little bit later. If I don't do it today, which I want to, but I definitely want to come back and elaborate a little bit more. So I might do this on the podcast, and also too, I got some more news, man, that I'm finna bring to the table, man. So I'm just getting a little comfortable with this, with this app here, man. But let me know what y'all think, man. I'm trying to get better at this, man. All right, thanks. Peace out. Western World One, baby. That's how we do it.